So I believe I'm the one who did the intro last time. We made a whole TikTok about it.
I forced you to.
That shit was that TikTok. I like the editor. That was funny.
It was kind of funny. All right.
What's up, dude?
What's up, dude? All right, guys. Welcome back to the podcast. The best podcast in the world. No other podcast in the world. We're the best. We're the best. Anyways, welcome back. So we had an eventful Valorant day yesterday. If you haven't been keeping up with what's going on,
The bracket's going ham.
yeah, no, we fucked up. Our bracket is fucked,
Dude, this champs bracket is whack, bro. Like,
Why?
okay, didn't we, like, when we made that list of like best teams in the world or whatever, like
Yeah.
a while ago, we're like Fnatic's gonna sweep or
Yeah.
something like that. Well, Fnatic lost to DRX. Not saying DRX sucks or anything.
They broke the curse. They actually made it to top three,
Yeah,
top four.
yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah,
You know what?
they didn't choke this time. Nice.
I'm not gonna lie, I would love to see DRX win the whole thing.
So, all right, there's an issue. I made a bet with Dom off the dome, and he says DRX is winning the whole thing, and I told him they won't. So
How much is on the line?
I didn't put I put merch on the line. He says the loser has to buy the winner merch.
Of like that team?
Yeah, whatever team they want.
Okay.
So I told him, like, please. I was like, merch for merch. He's like, I'm down for it. I'm down. I'm like, he's like, bet. So we made a handshake. It's on Twitter. It is on Twitter, so it's on written proof that he agreed to this.
That's
So
actually
he can't back
funny.
out on this now. It's on it's on Twitter.
That's actually really funny.
But let's get to the meat and potatoes of the whole thing. Yesterday's FPX match, right? First two maps it was fine, right?
Yeah.
So there was an issue. It was a 3v. So they were playing on Ascent. They're on A side, right?
Okay.
Xset was on A side. They planted the bomb. Everything. It was a 3v2. Xset had 3, right? And one of the players, Angel, on FPX, he jiggle peeked and the turret got him. But the
turret got him?
the turret picked up on him. Like he was like,
okay,
it's like notice it.
I thought you were gonna say it killed him.
No.
What?
No, like it picked up. It's like, oh, he's there. But instead of shooting to the left, it bugged and shoot to the right. Like, for example, like if imagine he's on the left, the turret picked him up, was about to aim on the left, then instantly moved to the right.
So it gave him like the false.
So it gave Xset the false, like, oh, someone's heaven. So it's like, hey, someone's heaven, and then it gave the bug, and then they FPX ended up winning that. So game's over, right? All right, happened. It's a bug. Whatever. We move on. An hour later, Riot was like, hey, we're actually gonna replay that round. That specific round. By the way, it's 12-11, map 3, and FPX won that round, so they won the map.
Mm-hmm.
So an hour later, hey, we're actually gonna replay that round. Everyone was like, what? It's like because, for example, the turret kind of bugs out. It's always been bugging out.
But the thing is, it's like you understand you're playing a video game. Like bugs can happen. I think, like it's not like game breaking. Yeah, that may have given them an advantage or whatever in that specific instance, but it's like they're part of the game.
Yeah,
to an extent. Like it's not like they used it and they were abusing a cheat or something or like a bug that wins them the round for free. It's like that was an honest bug.
Yeah,
it's like
it happens. But the thing is, that bug has been there since the game has been out. That like the turret always bugs out where like it shoots somewhere else, but instead of the person.
Mhm.
If you jiggle peek, it happens.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, Twitter was on fire. They were like, wait, this does not require a replay. This makes no sense. You don't need to play a replay. The scary part is, right, Xset ended up bringing it to overtime. It went to 13-13,
Yeah,
14-14. I think it was I think the final score was like 16-14, map 3. Yeah, it was. So everyone was terrified. It's like, wait a minute, because if Xset won, FPX would have been knocked down. They would have been sent home. So that everyone's be like Twitter was gonna be on fire.
Yeah.
So everyone essentially like. By the way, in Turkey, it was like 2 a.m. when they were playing this.
Oh.
Like the second time, it was like 2 a.m.
They're up late.
Yeah, they were like drained. They're like, dude, we don't want to fucking play right now. Like, we're just gonna go. We want to go
tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like, can we really fucking play? Like, no. So, by the way, to clarify, Xset didn't even want a replay. They didn't even ask for a replay.
They were just like, all right, we lost.
Yeah, it's like,
Sorry.
all right, we lost, honest mistake. Because to be honest, it's like a lot of things could have happened. Like that one mistake wasn't a game-breaking thing.
Yeah.
And so everyone thought Xset was asking for the replay, but Riot came out and was like, no, we asked for a replay. We wanted to replay because it was stupid. So that was the big juices going on yesterday, and holy shit.
Whack.
Yeah. So they had to come back. They had to play for like, I shit you not, 10 minutes. And then they went home. They lost twice. And it's like, dude, like, it didn't make it feel any better.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking.
It was the same result, too.
Yeah.
Like,
it was the same.
for what?
Yeah. It made no sense. So then they were like, all right, we're going to replay, boom, boom, boom. Because, like, yeah, it bugged out, but, like, Xset wasn't they weren't even mad. They were like, all right, you know what? It happens. Move on. Xset never wanted to replay. They didn't really ask. They were just told, like, hey, we are replaying this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the funny thing is, there's a tweet came out. All the production team, they started to go home and started packing everything. Then Riot told us like, yeah, keep this stuff on. We're actually replaying it again. So like all the audiences left and everything. They're not playing in an empty venue.
That's so funny.
So the players are just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? Like
boring.
Yeah, it's like, why are we here?
Could we have done this at the hotel?
Yeah, it's like well, brother, we could have done this at the hotel where there's PCs. Like this makes no sense. So they did all that, and it was kind of funny, but it was kind of fucking stupid because Riot, to be honest, that didn't require a replay.
No.
Like it wasn't something so game breaking where it's a replay. But that was the big juicer that was going on yesterday. So well, that was fucking because if Xset won, like EMEA, the whole region was gonna be on fire. Like Xset was gonna catch, like Xset was gonna catch so much strays for no reason. They were gonna get blamed
for something that wasn't even their doing.
Yeah,
yeah,
it wasn't even their fault. Someone made a Twitter account, the Zeptosecond account. It was like the FPX KJ turret. Someone made a Twitter account, be like, "Hey guys, I'm the sixth member of the Xset turret," and bro, it was so funny.
That's a good bit. I like that.
Oh, it was amazing. But now we have our top four. We have Loud, Optic, FPX, and DRX. They don't play till the 16th, so that's Friday. So we don't. They don't play till then because they get a few days off, just to calm down. But for the most part, yeah, that's what's been going on in Champions. Who do you got winning so far? Or actually, this weekend would be our winners. So who do you got?
Like, I would say, okay, so we find out what grand final and lower,
the grand final's on the 18th, so that's a Sunday.
Yeah, so for upper final, I think I have Optic.
Okay.
And
I hope.
Lower, I see DRX.
Okay. So you're saying you got Optic winning, then Loud going against DRX, and then who wins between Loud and DRX? You think DRX might actually win something internationally?
I want them to. I'm gonna say DRX.
And then you got Optic and DRX. Who do you got? You got NA COPIUM or DRX?
I would like to, like I said, I'd like to see DRX win, but NA needs to shine.
Yeah, we need to start doing better. I mean, we are a really strong. I think we are the top region in the league. Like us and EMEA, we're like neck and neck on the top regions. So that's always good. Did you hear So they came out with the character developers for Riot and Valorant. They came out and they said they were gonna buff Cypher. How do you feel about that?
It's not gonna bring me back to the game.
Why? Come back.
The game has taken years off my life, Ennis.
Dude, but Cypher's gonna be meta.
Yeah, I know.
The Cypher one trick is gonna come back.
Dude, Cypher isn't the reason why I quit the game.
No, the game.
I said to Crystal one day, I was like, I'm tired of going to bed angry.
That's fair.
I'm tired of going to bed angry, okay? Because it's one thing if you're playing and you suck and you're just having fun with it, but once you get to a certain level of play, you have to try.
Yeah. But what do you think what would you think that you'd fix in ranked for it to be better though?
I don't know. I think it's just a matter of like, I don't want to play at a high level competitively, but like people don't want to play unless you're playing competitively, So
just
like
play unrated.
Like for me, it's like, and Valorant isn't like a game I feel like I could just pick up and be like, I just want to play a casual Valorant match. Because even if you play unrated, people fucking every time you get in an unrated, there's like an immortal in your fucking game.
They sweat, yeah.
Like it's impossible to play like a casual game of Valorant.
Mhm.
Unless you're in a custom with your friends and you go, we're all gonna hover jet and see what we get.
Yeah.
That's the only way it's happening. So, I don't know.
You don't like it? All right.
I think I had fun with Valorant when it was first coming out, and I played it, and then I'm not saying I got too good because I was fucking hard stuck gold and plat for like the longest time, but I hit
Yeah.
diamond last episode,
Yeah.
and I was like, I achieved my goals. I'm fucking done.
You did what you needed and then you got out. I mean, that's fair. But now you're a league gremlin.
Yeah, but I don't even play that much like league ranked. Like most of like 90% of my league playing is me and Crystal play bot lane, but I play top laners as ADC.
So you're a menace.
Oh yeah, it's gross.
Why? Why do you do that?
Well, because okay, so Crystal, everyone knows I'm the one trick Senna, but Crystal now one trick Senna. So unlucky for me. But so she plays support, but since Senna's like basically an ADC that you play as a support,
yeah.
you can play like a tank or something as the ADC, and it works because you have an ADC as your support, so they can poke the enemies while you farm. And then you play like a tank who has like a lot of CC and a lot of like stuns and stuff like that. So then basically like one of my favorites is playing Ornn ADC because he has his dash and his ult. So like if Senna hits the W, which is the root, you root somebody and then it's free dash into them to knock them up, and then you can ult and like they just can't move. So it's like they're corny as fuck. Or apparently there's this, I haven't done this one yet, but apparently like Tom Kench ADC with Senna support is like actually busted.
Oh, this toad looking dude.
In like, yeah.
Okay.
But in like high level play, Senna Tom Kench is like meta.
Oh.
And it's a very similar concept.
You have to play ranked with me. I'm finally the level 30 in league, finally.
Okay, when are we playing?
I don't know. I don't know what role to play because we're going to be duo queuing the whole time.
I think you were a good ADC when we played. You were a pretty good Jinx.
Yeah, but isn't Jinx like dog shit right now? Or is she good?
Ennis.
What?
In League, there aren't people that are bad. There are very few bad champions in the game. Okay, so like as much as people like to clown on it, and there are like some things like certain builds on certain people that are busted.
Yeah,
but like for the most part, the game is pretty well balanced.
That is a statement.
No. So like aside from a few outliers, like
Yumi.
Well, yeah, but except Yumi, it's like at the top level Yumi's busted, but like in my games, no.
Yeah, but why do you come up with a champion that I can literally go AFK and just press one button and then I'll be good? Like, you know what I mean? Like, where's the skill ceiling in that? I
don't know. Like I've played Yumi a handful of times, and every time I play her, I don't play well, and I don't.
Well, it has you rely on your AD carry, you know?
Yeah, but I'm saying like, I don't like. Maybe I just don't have the tech, but it's very hard to play Yumi in solo queue. Like, if you have a team, I could 100% see how she's busted, but in solo queue, Yumi is not it. It's weird, because, like, you have to be coordinated, because her ult is literally attached to a person. So if you ult and the person doesn't run in, then, like, it doesn't do anything, you know? Like, stuff like that.
Interesting.
But yeah, like, so there's very few people that are bad. So like, even though Jinx, I don't even know if Jinx is like great in the meta right now, but like Jinx is good. I don't know. You know, ever at like late game, Jinx is still like a fucking monster, no matter like whether she's in meta or not. Just if she gets level 18, it's a wrap.
All right, so you know what? I'll stream my my ranked games, and then we can see how it goes. I have to play how many? 5?
10.
I have to play 10 ranked games to get a rank?
Yeah, only the first time, though.
Okay.
I think it's 10.
All right, we'll play it. Don't worry. Did you see the new Tekken trailer? But they showed...
Bro, I was just watching it. It looked like, honestly, it looks like Tekken. obviously.
Yeah.
But like the graphics look so good.
How long has it been since Tekken 7 came out?
Let's
When was the last time Tekken 7 came out? That's what I want to know. Tekken 7 came out in 2015.
Yeah.
So it's been 7 years since last Tekken. Holy shit. And then when was the last Street Fighter? Because Street
Fighter 5 came out when we were in high school.
Yeah, right?
Fighter 5.
When was the release day on that shit?
2016.
2016. And then they're both coming out around the same time. We have Gear, it's a really good fighting game. We have Multiverse has been a pretty good platformer game where I love it. And then, holy shit, wait, fighting game community is thriving right now. What the fuck? They're eating good.
Dude, I don't know if you would be into Tekken, but it's me and John were playing it, and it's pretty fun.
I looked at it and I thought to myself, I probably would be more attached to Street Fighter than I would be Tekken because I've played Gear, I've played Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah.
And
Tekken is definitely very different than
yeah.
any of well, not even because it's 3D. Like honestly, the 3D fighting part of it isn't even like that big a deal because like sidestepping isn't like.
But it's more boxing than anything. It's like more boxing or kickboxing than anything.
Kind of like it's a lot of poke.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, for me, it's like I'm not really a big fan of like just poking him. I know like Gear has some elements of poke, but like to be honest with you, it's not like that's like one of the
footsies isn't as big a thing. In Gear as it is. Yeah.
For Gear, it's like a lot of like, how do you bounce off your combos and all that, and then Fighters is how do you bounce off your secondary and your third characters with your main character as you're fighting. That's why I like Fighters. The only reason I'm not playing Fighters right now is because they said they're not even patching it anymore. They did one patch where they nerfed a broken fight and they're like, yeah, that's it, we're done. Which is, by the way, the dumbest shit you can do. It's either I don't know if you're coming out with a new game, a new fighting game, but I feel like you should still be patching the game, in my opinion, because
well Fighters has been out for a while. And Arc System Works, in the meantime, has released Gear. They released what?
Duel at DNF?
DNF Duel. And they're coming out with other shit, too. So, like, if you really think about it, like, that game is, like, 3 games back in their cycle.
Yeah.
So, like, I think it makes sense.
It's still getting Evo. I know Fighters is still getting Evo, which is insane.
If you like Fighters, have you ever heard of Skullgirls before?
I'm not playing that game.
No? Why not?
I looked at it. No, it looks funky. It looks funky.
Dude, it's like Fighters, but on crack.
Yeah, it looks funky. That's what I'm saying.
It's
I'm not gonna
crazy, bro. I mean, like, I never got into it, but, like, it's cool. So, like, you know how in Fighters you get, like, 3 or 2 people?
Yeah.
So, like, you could do the same thing in Skullgirls, but if you, like one person and you don't want to play 3 people, or you like 2 people, you can just play 1 person and they'll have the health bar of 3 people. Or if you only like playing 2 people, you could have 2 people and they both have like a little bit more health. So they compensate for the lack of the third person.
That is... I feel like Fighters should add that. That'd be interesting. I like it. Fighting games are in a good spot. The thing is, like, I've been playing more fighting games than Valorant because, I mean, I'm not gonna play much Valorant until they add the avoid system, because there are some people that I genuinely want to avoid and never speak to again. When they add the avoid system, I'll start playing Valorant. I mean, I'm playing Valorant almost every day, like 1 or 2 games, almost every day.
Yeah.
But when they add the avoid system, I'll be like, all right, I can actually start playing the game, because if I see somebody on my team, I'll be like, all right, I'm avoiding them. They're on my list. Was that necessary? We're professionals. What if someone's hearing this with their headphones on and they're like, why the fuck is this guy burping? I don't think so. They were ASMR worthy.
Speaking of ASMR, did you get that TikTok I sent you about ASMR?
About the kid that was screaming?
The girl is like sitting there doing ASMR and he takes an egg and slaps her over the head.
And then he just starts yelling.
And then screams in the
Thank God my headphones were on, because I was using my his phone speaker.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, my ears would die.
That video, I watched it like a dozen times and I laughed every time.
Apparently that's her kid. That's the funny part. That's like her kid. And
really?
And she does ASMR with it. I'm like,
that's so funny.
That's a funny, that's an interesting parent-kid way of connecting. But yeah, it's kind of fucking funny. Oh my god, bro, I'm still annoyed. I really wanted quarterfinals tickets, dude. All right, to explain to you guys what happened, I was fuming, right? It was so on our time, like EST, tickets were available at 12 p.m. EST, right?
Yeah.
That's fine, right? I was already set. Boom, I had some time. I got on Ticketmaster the second it became available. I spammed tickets to buy for quarterfinals. Spammed it either day. I'm like, all right, if we don't get both days, I want one of the days because it'd be fun. Get a best of 5. It gets like one of the top teams in the world.
Yeah.
Boom, it's fine. I spammed the shit out of it. It kept saying, "Oh, somebody already beat you to it." How the fuck do people beat me to it when I was there, dude? The thing is, if it was because I told my other friend, right, because he's been watching League for a minute now. He says it could have been bots and someone's probably reselling it for a higher price.
Yeah. 100%.
And I'm like, dude, I don't know if I want to buy someone for a higher price. I don't know if like I want to go to quarterfinals, right? I really do. But like depending if I find tickets, like I want tickets so I can go. I mean, I got groups. I got I got the last day of groups, which is like it's fine, but I want to watch a best of 5 series live.
Yeah.
It would have been more hype to watch a best of 5 series live. But I'm kind of annoyed. I'm like, dude, now I can't because I don't know how Riot's gonna handle it. If it's bots that bought it, wouldn't the stadium be a little bit empty? Wouldn't they notice like, hey, someone just bought like 20 tickets in a Zepto sync? It's 20, but yeah, I'm saying if bots bought it, right?
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, they resell like. There's no way those tickets aren't being resold.
Yeah, but where are they being resold? I need to know
on like third-party kind of websites and stuff.
Bro, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about buying, finding those tickets, and I'd be like, bro, I'll pay for it. If it's no more than 300, I was gonna pay for it. Just because, like,
300 per?
No, 300 total.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
for
yo,
like 2
relax.
tickets. Because the tickets I got, it was 140, 160 for 2, which isn't bad.
That's not bad. What, $80, $70?
Yeah, it was 80, and I got pretty good seats too. It was like, so here's the middle. So if the stadium is if we're the stadium and we're in front, it was like the left side and like pretty close to the left side. So I was like, I mean, doesn't really matter because we're watching on a screen in the end of the day.
And it's at MSG, right?
Yeah, it's on the Hulu Stadium. I think what it's called, MSG Hulu Stadium. I think that's what they called it now.
MSG.
So I was like, all right, sick. But to be honest, I would have much rather went to the quarters. I would have paid a little bit extra to go to the quarterfinals. But I can't find any other tickets.
The day we're going is a Sunday, right?
It is a Sunday. Yes,
Dope.
We're gonna be there, and then apparently they haven't came out with the schedule. I don't know if you saw the. Do you see the group? The groups look fucking stacked. I wanna, if you can pull it up, I wanna see the. Yeah, I wanna see the. There was one group where it was like T1, EDG, and Cloud9 all in one group. So. Yeah, groups. So it is like, so if you look at that, I want to see it, because they haven't come out with a schedule, of course. I want to see Group A with Cloud9, T1, and EDG because that's crazy. Because apparently, so there's a play-ins. So I don't, if you guys don't know how League of Legends Worlds work, the format is, so the top 3 or top 2 of each region are instantly in the playoffs. They're instantly in group stage, not playoffs, in group stage. What the fuck was that? Did you hear that? So
my pink drink screaming out here.
Yeah, taste that good? Shit. So, yeah, top 3 of each group of each region, or top 2 or top 3 of each region, they instantly go to group stage. And that's where like the drawings came in. That was in the day of the LCS finals. It happened, right? Then the last like the 3 or 4 spots of the other region, they have to play in a play-ins, and then the top 4 of like I don't know like 10 teams. If you have to get top 4 out of the 10 teams, you make it into the playoff. You make it into group stage. So it's kind of fucked because look at Cloud9. They have to go against EDG, who won Worlds last year, against T1, who is a monster. They won 2nd place at LCK, and they won spring finals. And then Cloud9 is just there, gonna get royally fucked. So
I don't know if you've seen. Oh, this spring we were talking about this before.
Yeah.
Did you see the post-match interviews for Cloud9 the other day after their games? They're like, "How does it feel knowing that you're going to Worlds?" And they're like, honestly, kind of boring. This shit's kind of easy. And they're like, what? They're like, yeah, you just pick Yumi. Yumi gets banned. Pick Lulu. You win the game.
Dude, that's so funny. Because I think that's the meta right now. Because I've been watching a lot of League lately, and then like
Yumi's meta.
Yumi's
And
meta.
Lulu's big meta.
Yeah, I think Zeri right now in 80 carries, she's kind of like busted.
Yeah, she gets really fast.
Yeah, and then she gets like really fast, and then like her ability, like one ability can like take out half your HP, and it's like fucked. So it's gonna be interesting. But the merch is valid now. The Cloud9 merch.
100%.
Cloud9 merch is
I might have
valid.
to get some more drip before we go
Yeah.
to Worlds.
Yeah, if we win a bet against Dom, we'll ask him to get us world jerseys.
I'm gonna get a jersey if they when we go,
Yeah,
or if we see them. 100%.
because in group stage, each group day, there's gonna be 4 best of ones. So then we'll get to see 4 teams go for a best of 1, which is like entertaining. But I'd rather still go again. I'd
Yeah.
rather watch Street CO quarterfinals. So it's the last day, so it's probably gonna be the most intense. But I can't wait because I think this is like my first real
Sports
LAN event that I'm gonna be going to.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to be fun because, again, CS, nothing ever happens in NA. I mean, the last thing that happened was in the Boston Major. But, like, again, that was...
Don't they usually have DreamHack in NA? DreamHack
not-
is usually in, like, Austin or something.
Yeah, it's in Texas. Nothing in the East Coast that we can
Yeah.
drive to. So, like, I was saying, the last thing that happened close to here was, I think the Boston Major. Like, the real big event was the Boston Major, and that's 2018. But mine is that... And apparently... NA hasn't had hosted Worlds in 5 years, so this is like to be the first time in 5 years because everything's always and then Valorant. Hopefully next year we'll actually have some Valorant events here. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun.
Hopefully.
I would love to go to some Valorant events because I don't know because we still don't know how the format goes because they're still apparently it's kind of fucked the format because they still don't know because apparently there's rumors that the Optic TSM is trying to buy some Optic players, and the Optic players are like, no, we either go as a 6 or we're not going at all because again, they're the best.
Yeah.
They're the best team in NA. We're not just gonna disband like right there and then.
TSM really desperate out here.
Oh no, I think TSM is like scared because they can't find somebody or like they know. I think they're still gonna make franchising just because
TSM.
they're gonna buy their way into it or anything of those lines. It's just TSM, their brand, because they've been with League the whole time, so it's like they think, oh, we'll be in there. But it's gonna be interesting because like they're trying to buy Optic, but at the same time, it's like you can't just. There's no shot Optic would just let their players leave, unless TSM is offering like a stupid money for them to come to play with them.
Maybe they'll be like the multi-million-dollar roster.
Yeah, so. I don't know if you saw this tweet. But speaking of multi-million, so the team Liquid, because you know how they failed to make Worlds, their roster is worth $7 million.
Really?
Their whole roster is that's Liquid team, the League of Legends Liquid team is worth $7 million.
Oh my god.
And then 100 Thieves, so like one of the mid laner in 100 Thieves was like, so they beat Liquid, right? And they go, damn, 700,000 versus 7 million.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, dude,
Guys, I've 10 times the amount.
dude, that is fucked. Because I
That's
could,
hilarious. I like that.
yeah, because I mean, let's and again, like their whole roster, their whole Liquid and 100 Thieves roster, none of them were NA born, so it's kind of funny too, because that's what I've noticed a lot with League. It's like all of them, almost
yeah.
every team has at least 2 imports. Always, every
yeah.
team. There's no one team that has all NA, which is like crazy. Because I looked this up. The only team, I think CLG was the only team that had more NA teams, and that was 3, and the other 2 were imports.
Wow.
So it's kind of interesting because I really hope Valorant doesn't have that. Apparently there's rumors that some NA players might actually go to EU.
Well, when they get franchised, I can see that happening. So some of these NA players could still stay in the scene, you know?
Yeah.
Because like it's not a problem now because there's so many orgs allowed to play that it's not really a problem of finding somewhere. But yeah, now that NA gets 2 slots?
So NA gets rumor has it they get 5, and then South America gets 3.
Oh,
or
so
4.
I mean, like 5 isn't that bad, but still, that's 5 teams compared to what infinite, really, or as
Yeah.
many teams as you want. As
Yeah.
of,
Franchising to an extent is good, just the only the franchising is good unless but it's bad if there's no tier 2 scene. So League, they have the academy roster, right? That's fine. But Valorant, they need a tier 2 scene because it's completely different.
Don't they have plans to do that though?
There is plans, but
they posted that like
a month ago.
Pyramid infographic or something.
Yeah, and then they promised they would say like, hey, there are a tier 2 scene in the works. So now, funny enough, all the tier 2 teams that dropped the roster, it's like,
oh, guys, come back.
I think the only team that I know that didn't make it that still have a roster, I think is Shopify. That was the old LG team. I think the only team that actually signed to an org. I'm pretty sure.
Now, what is this going to be doing for Game Changers?
So Game Changers is a little different. I mean, there's no real plan.
Is this affected by this at all?
No. This franchising thing, I think
no franchising.
This is because it's the male roster, there's a male scene. So I think this doesn't affect the Game Changers at all because I mean, when I asked, there was no real answer when it came to the Game Changers. I think it's just like everyone's like, what's going on? They don't really know either.
Yeah.
So I think we only know I think they're mostly focusing on the male scene right now. So because they haven't done anything with the female scene. I mean, it's only Game Changers, but I feel like just a bunch of small tournaments and all that. So I haven't seen them doing much. I mean, it would be nice if they updated us on that, but to be honest, they haven't said anything. But it'd be interesting. I can't wait because like there's gonna be some teams where it's gonna be because apparently Exit might not even make it, even though they're like one of the top teams in NA. So because they're a quote unquote smaller org, which is like
not even that small, but okay, dude.
Yeah, they're like kind of big. It's not like small. They're not even small. They're like pretty big. Like they're really growing. And like to be honest, they're better than half the teams that are making it. Quote like TSM. How the fuck is TSM making it? They haven't been good since 2020. They haven't
been good since. When were they good?
Exactly, right? So that's why it's like interesting to see like TSM making it when they've barely been good.
Yeah.
I feel like Riot, I understand you want to attract fans and you want to bring sponsors, but like you definitely want to definitely reward the teams that are actually doing good.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of fucked that you don't do that because if you just like only reward them, oh, you have a lot of money here. Or like you're a big org here, you can come in. It's like it makes no sense. Like for example, Exet 100% deserve to be in franchise. Optic, they're gonna make franchise. NRG, they make franchise. Cloud9 should make franchise.
I hope so.
I mean, yeah, there's some big orgs, but like maybe the smaller orgs, like the old LG team should have made franchise because they were so dominant in NA. Because now they're Shopify, so it's like it fucking sucks that they couldn't make it.
Unlucky.
Now they're gonna get imported and all that stuff, but it is what it is. I think for the most part, I think that's all the news so far for esports. Probably, yeah.
Yep.
So let's hope DRX loses so we get free merch from Dom. Fuck you, Dom. I love you, but fuck you.
Fuck that kid.
Yeah. Fuck him. No, we actually love him.
Yeah.
But all right, I think that's everything we got into. Yeah. Shout out to the KJ Turret. NA, why so quiet? NA, why so quiet?
I won't be quiet.
NA, why so quiet?
I will make the noise for NA.
NA, why so quiet? All right, guys. I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mwah.